Hi Virgo, I hope and pray all is well with you. Welcome to your February 2026 tarot reading. And let's go ahead and get started with your messages. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Your oracle is telling me that you're going to have a wonderful magnetic time in love, okay? Not only at the beginning of the month with the Lover's Moon, but I was getting here that around the middle of the month and the end of the month is going to be a really healing time for you as well and your romantic partner and who you're connected with. But it says romance is about to come into your life. Relationships, love, and romance, okay? And you have the lover supported here again. They may have Gemini aspects in their chart. If they don't, this could be a divine union, marriage, unity. This could be things that are really peaceful. This could even be signifying same sex, or somebody here who is going through a transition or a transformation and they're being supported by their loved ones, just in general. Okay. And I am picking up here that somebody who is being well accepted and well received is coming through here. The next card that you have is the sixth chakra, which is the third eye chakra and knowledge. Okay. This is about self awareness and knowledge that comes in. And it does say here that I recognize that a great deal of knowledge and information comes to me in the form of intuition, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and hypersensitive feelings. I use my intellect combined with my intuition to delve into circumstances from a philosophical and spiritual viewpoint. I aim to understand the truth behind situations that come my way, as this helps me to respond with wisdom. I cultivate positive beliefs about my life, myself, and others. Thumbs up if you resonate with that or you tend to do things like that in your day-to-day life, okay? Because I do feel here that the Virgos that I tend to connect with, you guys oftentimes pull a lot of purple and hues of it in your life. Some of you guys could be very psychic, very gifted, intuitive. You trust your judgment. You could love a lot of amethyst or feel like you've always had a higher intuition or a higher intellect than most, or you value or use it wisely here, or that the Most High communicates with you a whole lot. You've been receiving a ton of downloads here when it comes to movement, traveling, moving in with somebody, connecting with somebody, travels and vacations. Some of you guys on a recent trip that you've taken, whether it was like, I'm picking up some of you guys you've went to Tahiti, Indonesia. I'm picking up some of you guys have went to Brazil. It feels like you've went to culturally habitually like very woody and woodsy areas, tribal areas and things, maybe where it has a tendency to rain a whole lot, but you've picked up or you've carried a whole lot that you're going to cherish um, for years to come. And there's going to be something that you get to ruminate on that's going to help you with milestones. If you're moving in with a loved one, you're connected with somebody overseas, it's going to go amazingly. And somebody could also just be raving over something so small like the communication between two people going off without a hitch, especially because of the holiday times or it's been hard to get in contact with people. You may even be receiving that your counterpart, your husband, your loved ones, people here who may have had flight situations or circumstances, finally getting these things karmically rectified and in their favor if this is not yourself, okay? But nevertheless, here, whoever I'm picking up on Virgo, if it's not you, it's somebody else. 811 is going to be really significant, and 88 is going to be really significant too. Between the 5th through the 11th, okay, you're going to be making steps forward when there is hesitance as a habitual response, which is ingrained by society to release from the grip of self doubt. Whether it's you dealing with a legality situation, a ticket, speeding situation, traffic event, whatever it may be, right? Or something that's just been held up, delinquent, or something that's just been making you feel on edge, this quantum code is going to help to support you relieving that self doubt and also a lot of the tics and habits, the nervousness that comes with that. Like I said before in some of the other videos, make sure that you do not forget the spaces in the quantum codes as they are very important. I will also have in the description box of this video a informative short video with a description that talks about how you can use the quantum codes. Because Virgo got so many that naturally came out, I'm just going to post it in the description. I've been pretty consistent with posting it at the bottom of the videos, but this one is 23 space 65 space 189. Okay. And it is very important and very good to say that you are of the cold. So saying I am of the cold, and then taking a drink if you're going to use it on a water bottle, for example, or lighting up a candle or something like that, or using it on a healing tool that you may have that you know brings good energy will help you during this month. But you're going to be receiving positive karmic energy that's coming into you, where you're learning the positive lessons the way that you need to with ease, swiftness. You're moving through life feeling like things are not phasing you. You're able to go about situations that seem like they may have been upheavals at points in times, like totally with ease, and having a lot of breakthroughs that come through with this energy together. The 8 and 11s together, that's always like somebody who has safe travels and forward movement for me, especially if you're somebody who dealt with a lot of people who may have been corrupt or prejudiced towards you in ways, shapes, or forms. You have a time period where things are a lot sweeter. It's a lot easier for you to get along with certain people who may have tendencies towards it, okay? The next one that you have is liver, with detoxing, life force, passion, wealth, and abundance, which is really, really promising here. Ethics, challenges, and retaining. Some of you guys, this childlike energy, this wealth and abundance that's coming into you is just going to bring you so much happiness here, so much that you may feel as though you can share it with the world. You can spread this news all over, or there's going to be somebody here so happy to spread and share this news with the world about Virgo. Okay. And I feel here that if you don't like your business being out there, you will need to know what to do in the meantime, as this was a card that let me know to do you guys next. Okay. So I feel here that things are going to be going extremely well in your favor. There's a huge turn of events with the energy where source is shining down on you. Your spirit guides could even be sending you signals through angel numbers. Specifically, 1161 is going to be a really significant one that comes through, and nines, okay? Nines and like these single numerical ones in order, like three, like the Empress symbol, okay? And fives. Okay, that's why I said that, because I saw this one too that kind of supported what I was seeing beforehand. But I am getting this vibration that with you guys, Virgo, numbers, math, and all of that stuff is going to go favorably for you when it comes to the increase, improvement, and stuff like that. If this is about you paying off debts, is going down, and it's staying down. It's not going back up. It's not changing its trajectory to go the opposite or in an unexpected way. And I'm also seeing here that sunflowers is going to be really important for your manifestation, whether it's in your oil, something like that that you're using, and rose hip is also a very important one too, that's going to help you when it comes to some form of exposure, growth, or enlightenment that you need, or assistance that you need. Those ingredients, okay? Another ingredient that came through that is yellow that I am picking up on, and I feel like I should say it here, is turmeric. It was the one that came out for you guys this month, Virgo. It's a very masculine magical property, and it is of the sign Leo. For those of you guys who have that in your chart, this may be why it's really coming up for you. It's really important for prosperity, purification. Those are some of the signals that were letting me know to connect here. And Lakshmi. I was massively getting Lakshmi with Krishna and Ganesha, okay? Which makes total sense. Elephants, Lakshmi. Okay. We have turmeric is used in purification rituals and spells to cleanse spaces, objects, and individuals of negative energies. It can be sprinkled around the home, added to bath water, or used in incense for purification purposes. The herb is used in protection spells and rituals to ward off negative influences and evil spirits. Turmeric can be carried as a charm, sprinkled at doorways, or added to protection satchels. Turmeric is associated with attracting prosperity and abundance. It can be used in rituals and spells to bring financial success and good fortune. Sprinkling turmeric around the home or business, or using it in prosperity charms, can help attract wealth. Okay? So just be mindful with this. Uh, if you have any gallbladder tendencies or things like that, please consult with a healthcare professional before using turmeric as a remedy. I am not trying to get nobody sick. This is just totally for healing and from the suggestion of the Most High that came through for you guys intuitively. Okay. But nevertheless, I was getting this download that for a lot of you guys, a lot of yellows, reds, enriching, healing nutrients, and whatever it is that you're intaking is going to really help your inner being a whole lot in its dialogue, especially if you've been planning in a planning period. a waiting period to see what it is that you want it to do. Adding some pineapple with some ginger is always the move, okay? Um, it's just really good for you. It will help you, especially if you have joint pain or stiffness or tendencies where it's like you're really groggy when it comes to movement or thinking. Brain fog again is coming through. This is all about meditation, peaceful aspects, planning. Okay. When we're talking about planning and things like that, sometimes we may feel like having our brains just go off and ponder things is okay sometimes. When sometimes it's all right, but sometimes it isn't necessarily healthy. It's not always the best, okay? And I feel here that you may be feeling called to call your mind, your body, your soul, your being back a whole lot as you complete a lot of cycles that do not serve you, because you do have a quantum code here for toxic shame, which spans generations to heal and break the cycle here, okay? And you have 16 space 18 space 256 for this quantum code. It relates to a generational situation that happened that you guys recognize didn't serve you, whether it was you releasing it. Some of you guys, it could have even been you directly moving away from a parent, grandparent, or somebody who didn't serve you, or moving in with somebody here who wouldn't put up with the nonsense, and they supported your actions when it came to how somebody didn't treat you right. Okay, somebody who mistreated you, for example. I feel here that you had somebody who helped to support you through all of this and is helping you in spite of all of this situation, especially if you recently had to move or move back in with somebody or move out from a lover and in with a relative in the meantime. Because, or if it's just the other example that came through for those of you guys who were having some separation from your home while you were delayed from travel. This could just be somebody who's temporarily allowing you to stay with them, is what I'm getting to. And I feel here that the warmth, the comfort, and also the hearth of this place that you're in is going to cause you to soar, to grow, to gain a lot of inspiration, creativity. And when you get back, you will be able to immediately appreciate more modern tendencies that you have towards your home, where it's a little bit more open, more airy. I'm picking up for a lot of you guys are spacey, like as far as you having the walking, breathing room or something like that. It helps you to release this excess energy here, especially if you had like bad habits or behaviors that you felt like were really risque and stuff like that. Here or there, it's okay to have some fun. And I feel like you're very expressive this month, Virgo, about that. And because you've had that wholesome time, you do want to like release a lot of extra energy that doesn't serve you. I am picking up this vibration here that you may have an animal who has been like really, really, really overactive, or they need to release some excess energy too. But the quantum code here for this is 12 space 215 space 987 space 6412. Okay, and yes, you can put your animals onto the quantum code. You just simply get them an index card or a piece of paper. You write their name down. If they have a birthday, you can put it. Okay, and then you put the quantum code there too, and it will help them as well. Okay. um I've done a lot of things like that with different people and places, stuff like that. It does work. Okay. If you did need to see like some improvement in your life or somebody else's with things, it's great for that as well. To remove fear-based 3D mentalities too is going to help you a whole lot, because a lot of you guys were dealing with a lot of circumstances that wanted to make you fear-based because of how successful you are, Virgo, especially in this month. All right. But it is 14 space 898 space 7256. And I was getting here that if you want to put it on a green candle, and I didn't even notice she was wearing green until it flipped over, a green candle would really go well, or a gold candle would go very well for this one. But for a lot of you guys, if you want to just use them, use that candle for a lot of these, feel free, because I feel like it's going to actually bring you something exciting, something that maybe the creator of the deck hasn't tried yet, but would really like, it would serve them well. So it's one of those things where it's very abundant, and they speak about trying it out in various ways too and letting them know about what happens. But this Eight of Coins, this is talking about growth, abundant success, positivity, assurity, phone calls back, engaging with clients, somebody who wants to collaborate with you, a business plan that goes well, an artist that gains a lot of notoriety, somebody who takes off very well or they gain an accolade for themselves. Be mindful of that, especially if somebody works underneath you or you maybe are producing for somebody or something like that. Something goes very well for somebody where they gain a lot of success. Again, I was picking up on that positive hearing back, people speaking good about your name or the work in which you do. You have this tower too that goes right beside the Eight of Coins, and it's to carry off on this energy to officially mark you putting your worst nightmare behind you. This might take some action on your part. Work with spirit to help you resolve what is left of the issue and be sure to take the steps needed to get it completed. But nevertheless, this is a signal here that you're releasing a whole pattern or behavior or a way or a concept that people knew you by or love. Okay. And I feel here that you recognize that you may have like mismanaged something in the past, or there was something here where maybe you micromanaged or over worked something, right? Whatever this is, you're no longer frustrating energy, and you're no longer allowing things to be cluttered when it comes to how things manifest into your life because of how attractive you are. You could even be cleaning up during this time, and this clean is really serving you well even in the spiritual realm. This quantum code is 49 space 22 space 249. It's going to help you when it comes to impressionism as well. Okay, because I feel here that a lot of what you were saying, it may have been like one of the other zodiac signs that I did this month, where it was like it didn't matter about anything that they said before the second or the third. It was like the shit was totally ass, but the moment that they said it on a certain day in front of a certain person, it gives them the total accolade that they need, the virality that they need, you know? Um, so funny, we're talking about energy signatures, and the quantum code that came out for this one is here. It's 56 space 78 space 321. Somebody's going to be missing you in the signature that you brought to a situation in the circumstance. They've already been reminiscing over you because look, we have this circle type of aspect, even the symbol of a lemon or an orange here, like a little bit when it's dried out. And then we have the circle here. It's like it brings it back around in retrospect. Okay, so there's going to be something here where, like, let's say you said you're gonna miss me when I'm gone, or y'all didn't appreciate me when I was here, and all this other shit. Whatever this is, it comes full circle. There might have been a copycat, somebody here who wanted to one up you, stole your shit though. Look through all of your back files and bases that you left for a company. If that happened for you, if that resonates for you in your story, but they damn sure can't be you. Somebody is either trying to reach out to you or pray that you apply back for a position, or that they can get you back in a love romantic situation as well. Some of you guys, if you did something strange too, don't think that this person with that strange ass kink isn't missing you. Okay, there's something here about your hotness, your sassiness, your attractiveness. Like, do not allow anybody to knock your aesthetic. Okay, around the um 17th through the 22nd, okay? Like whatsoever. It's going to be a really long period, because it first starts off with your work and your success and self mastery, and you just feeling deliberately confident and maybe even more fortunate as far as finances in your pocket and being prosperous. But then there's something here where, like, you exude something. It could even be you changing your physical appearance too that causes this, or you getting something new that you really like, or going somewhere where you can present yourself in a very sensual manner, or just a very accoladed, you can be praised manner. Nevertheless, you're going to like this and the feedback that you get. You had a lot of trial and errors that's going to be over with, and you have a huge magnetizing energy that's going to come in. Between the ages of 13 and 63 is who you're going to be entertaining, or something like that, Virgo. The next card is to optimize and to balance the energy of the sixth or the third eye chakra in indigo. Even an indigo candle would help you a whole lot, and putting your name on it and lighting this up, it will help you a whole lot to solidify the energy. If you wanted to put a few herbs in there, you can. But the code is 82 space 88 space 133. And like I said, you can put all of these codes onto the same candle. I speak about how to do it, how best to do it, on the description of the shorts. But you have the Wheel of Fortune here. I also feel like if you are um, somebody here who is like a vegan, or somebody here who has a specialty when it comes to meats and things like that, like certain warnings and stuff, be very mindful and insightful. I am picking up here that you may need to emphasize between the 23rd through the 25th about making sure that you not only are eating at sanitary places and stuff like that, but somebody may apologize and let you know that there was some sort of slight spill and maybe why it took so long, or they had to recook your food or something like that. It feels like people are going to want to keep you safe more than anything, Virgo. All right. And you're going to get top notch quality food, is what I wanted to share with you most. Like, I was seeing this beautiful steam and great food. And I was seeing it very well seasoned, but also it's seasonable to taste for those who are nearby. Okay, be mindful. I was picking up some of you guys might, with the owl and wisdom and insight here, somebody may be going to the doctor finding out about a health circumstance or issue, and then I'm seeing you guys may go out to eat like after this, and this is why there's like some special orders at the table. Maybe somebody has like some things that on their wrist at the table and stuff like that. This person feels like an elder, shorter hair perhaps if I'm not mistaken, but I feel like they're going to be feeling better within no time. They may start to change like the ingredients that they use, but it's not going to change the flavor, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if this person, they really love to throw down and stuff like that, they may be um, like, they may be the big mama of the family or something like that. But there's going to be some loving concern that comes in, because I am seeing here that they may be a great healer, cook, chef. They work very good when it comes to the meats, something like that. Okay, but it's not going to go down. They're going to find something that works better for them, and it helps the whole family to stay really healthy and to recalibrate. Okay, which is really important. Staying strong. All right. Especially if they work at a food stand or something like that, or they have their own food profession, or food truck, something like that, or they help somebody with it. We have teeth, defense, health, maturing, loss, renewal, status, identity, biting back. Okay. Is there something that's going on with somebody's teeth from talking in their sleep is also important here too? Maybe somebody's having a surgery. I pray that it goes well, or somebody has found something out about their mouth, and I pray that it recovers well, because it feels like there's been something that was off. Somebody may have had a tooth pulled, healed a tooth, something like that. Okay, or maybe they healed the situation when they let that shitty tooth go, because somebody's so tired of it. They could throw the motherfucker out and spit it out them damn selves. They wish they could be a doctor for the time being. Oh my goodness. But I'm glad that this energy is coming out, because it feels like a lot of you guys, whoever I'm talking to, if it wasn't yourself, it was somebody who had a lot of inflammation around a tooth. Okay, and I feel here that that energy is just not fun when you have that tension there. And if it's not you, it's somebody who could also be teething. Oh, look. We have the six. Is this a six or the eight? It is the six of cups in the reverse, and the 10 of cups is in reverse. Like, this could be a baby that's going through a not so good time, a trivial time, where it's like they may have a bad tooth infection or ache or something like that, and it's causing the family and the loved ones to not get no fucking rest, to not fuck no more for a good minute. It's that type of shit where it's like, we enjoying this beautiful abundance, but damn, I'm sorry that you upset too, baby. Okay, it's giving that vibe here. Like, you also take, for example, if you were this baby who was very upset, or you have a situation here where you need that type of love, support from the universe here, just know that they are working overnight to help you to resolve a situation. Especially if you've been feeling hopeless in the love department, if you didn't have the best circumstance when it came to a love situation, or you just had woes in general about what to do in circumstances, or I don't know why I'm getting this, Virgo, but sometimes when we feel like we've been talking too much about a situation, we feel like we're just going to shut up about it now, because we're annoying everybody with it. But that's still not going to get you anywhere. It feels like there's going to be something that's done like overnight and handled with expedition. Expeditiously, the TI term is coming through. It's going to come in very quickly like this for you. And it's actually going to bring you a lot of appeasement and happiness to your circumstances because you felt like something was lost. And it's more like there was an obvious red flag, a burden, um, a situation that just did not serve anybody here. Or, you know, their tits being on the table inappropriately during a gathering, to take for instance, right? Like that type of unnecessary stuff is just, it's just not going to work here in this circumstance, Virgo. Okay. And I feel here that this is going to immediately remedy you. Whatever it is that you get, you're going to get some sort of like immediate remedy, fix, appeasement to a circumstance that's going to totally take you out of the discomfort that wanted to transpire. It's going to call the devil out. It's going to make them flee, okay, away from you and your loved ones, and the people that you care about. Okay, those pains, those ouchies, those evil things, maybe somebody who's afraid of the dark, having nightmares, or risking worrying about certain shit. You know, I was seeing wet pampers and a baby pointing in the middle of the hallway scared and stuff, and we don't have time for that. All right, so I feel here that a lot of these healing remedies that you're going to be doing is really going to make a huge difference. All right, and I do see that bringing a lot of light into the home in retrospect is going to help too. Like children who want to get by windows, even you wanting to get by windows or the light in a lot of ways is going to really help you to rectify a lot of problems that you were dealing with, because a lot of your main struggles that you're going to deal with is like being indoors too much. You need to breathe, you need to get yourself out there, for example, or you need to like expand a little bit, or practice trust that you're hot as fuck too. I don't know why that's coming through, but like really trust that, or like play on that. Play into your hottie a little bit more, okay, Virgo? That is the advice for you. Those were your messages for you. I hope and pray that this resonates for you and that it treats you well, that it brought you some positivity, or, it provided you some news about what's going to be happening in the month of February. If it did, like and subscribe, comment down below, and share this video message. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you. May you be blessed and take care. Bye.